Here we go. Let's see what I gotta do now.
Status report. 13 jobs scheduled for area maintenance.
Here we go.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Here we go. Alien the robot. Her outfit looks like like Fox McCloud from the Star Fox series, like her jacket and everything. Something's fishy.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name.
Captain Steven.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about but that's all outside our walls. We don't get ship traffic in town. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound... Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got... Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor. I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment. Signed by the Black Hole, only I haven't heard anything in a while. That's Bertie Holcomb. Everyone's heard of him. Oh, you're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for me. I couldn't really say, I'm just... But the fancy collector type... Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to...
Okay. Oh.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. Don't interrupt, it's rude. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you? Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you? Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger? Well. Let's get down. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You... Outstanding! Our dispensary here... I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one. Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
You won't find a better deal in Halcyon than our special one-time offer for a refurbished sanitation unit. Remember, if it's dirty, it's a job for Sam.
What in the... That thing talks?
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peels, a worker earns his meals.
Alright, here we go.
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right
someone
here.
Help me! My boy's in trouble!
What do you need help with, ma'am?
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong. Like my little boy isn't a... Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back.
It's more dissolving than melting.
That is not helpful. Don't you tell me to calm down. I promise. He ran out into the wilderness. Please. Well, I got some bits. Thank you. You look for him in Amber Heights. You hear? And if you find any of them iconoclast indoctrinating my boy...
Here we go. This is gonna be fun.
Reminds me of the crew cabin on one of my first ships.
Deploying Odor neutralizing. Aerosol spray, now. Centrifuge mode activated.
Watch a pro at work. Just like that.
Fight dirty! Clean up the competition! Clean cycle set to industrial stain!
Whoa.
Clean cycle complete.
Their mistake. Practicing this.
I gotta make it. Let's see where I gotta go now. Almost there. Let's see. I'll just take one, and that's all about following.
Job classification. Flawlessly finished. Caution!
Here we go. No.
Resuming passive mode.
Here we go.
Sam, have you been washing my clothes?
Affirmative.
Now I look like a banker or a dentist.
Teeth cleaning request processed. Plaque removal with a product trial of Pep You Up floss scheduled.
Next time we visit a garbage heap, your history.
I love that robot. Cause like I said, you can't. That robot's just so fucking awesome. Like I said, they did a pretty good job with the companions and everything. Like, and it's not just cut and dry. What's good, what's bad. It's like, cause you're gonna screw no matter what ending you get, or probably what choices I make. I'm usually gonna screw someone over.
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? No reservation? No problem. Check in with Ms. Mail. I am here to anticipate. Guess it's true. Fallbrook really is the best kept secret in all of Monarch. We're a leisurely stopover for... Swell. We like quick on the draw types like you. Saloon is straight back. Ms. Malin can let you one if you're interested.
Sublight territory. Feels like being home.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
Take a gander at that mug. I ain't ever seen someone so adept looking my whole life.
He means gullible, Captain.
Ah, now, come on. You don't seem like the usual. Say, I'd like to do... Oh, I enjoy a good... Pure and simple, it's like this. 2 right you are. In return... Th 35%? If I wasn't recovering from a bout of Margella, my Sprat carrier scurry back and forth through...
Ain't in the mood to chat.
Want to make a run with me to Stellar Bay? Boss lady told me to take the night off.
No, I'm beat. Just got back from delivering to that house with a strange family.
This looks like the place. You ready to get my money or what? Something on your mind?
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not... Some people, but no one in this office, I assure you.
It's like they say, there's no cure for that.
So, what kind of insurance package? I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one. You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign... If we let every friend, relative, and... course she is. The paperwork says so.
I like to think she's dead in spirit, but technically, legally, and regretfully, I'm still Marilyn Fenhill.
That's impossible. By all accounts, she was an elegant and classy woman with impossibly fine bone structure. That couldn't possibly be you.
That's gotta be the nicest thing anyone's said to me in a long while.
Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room, and you'd theoretically add the beneficiary of your... But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be... Please, my policy only covers grievance and restraint.
Yeah.
Very well. I'll do it. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity. We're not on Monarch, for all practical and tax-related. Oh, it's certainly not about what I say. Plenty. As we've ensured. Usually character act. Speaking of actor. That policy is almost in the unlikely event. Those are mostly for top rung. We try to... One thing's for...
Can we talk?
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it. I've never been prouder to stand back and watch someone else work. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs. Come on, I thought we were celebrating. Maybe you haven't noticed, but you can't even count on a bribe making it into the right pocket. Hate to say it, but Halcyon's already there. Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee. Could have fooled me with all your tough talk. I always thought it meant we get used to the smell of you, but you really do see a rosier version of things. You don't have to get all... Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that one day they watch yours. So, you just keep the money. One of us has to look out for... It's nothing personal. It's just the closest thing I've got to a code. Anyway, enough of the touchy-feelies, huh?
Yeah! I got some money! What does this do? Here we go.
Sanitation incoming.
I got her! How about that? Ha! Yeah! Nice one! That's the last of them.
Here we go.
Did you find them? Tell me you found my my Sprat carriers. Seeing as how that statement is wink-free? Huh? You want your cut? You get me. Got the...
Minnie Malin, get your twitchy whiskers back here! Don't you run out that door! It's a cruel world outside! Close the damn door. You'll let my sprats out. Damn it all. State your... Missing? Nope. Nope. I've got an animal rescue service to oversee. Look, I don't care if Nilsson sent you or not. Back out of this domicile. You want to dig through Sprat droppings? Be my guest.
Here we go.
Got the gift. You do? I mean, you do? Sure, the Raptidon fought. That deranged piece of... If Bertrand ain't already dead, he's about to be. As promised, your cut, plus a little extra to show my gratitude. Now, if there's nothing else you need from me...
Miracle on the frontier, deserters forced to return by heroic strangers. Oh, that's probably me, like what I did.
Killed! I think I'm gonna be sick. No! I just stepped in a... If you're going into the apartments, do not... Now, if...
May I help you with something, my good man? At last. I was beginning to think I'd waste away in this wretched place, waiting on orders from our mutual friend.
What's wrong? You got a pebble in your shoe? Crawl back to Byzantium if you can't cut it in the real world.
At least I'm not a walking cliché. All the engine grease in the colony won't mask the scent of the city, you know?
You're not gonna be able to smell anything once I take my fist to your nose.
My thoughts exactly. You're here about Devil's Peak. Excellent. That should give us a foothold on this law-forsaken planet. Not to mention silencing these abhorrent... Graham's iconoclast propaganda and Sanjar's relentless MSI advert. Anyway, Devil's Peak is easy enough to find. Once you leave this forlorn town, look to the horizon. There's a path along the western side of the mountain. Unfortunately, monsters and marauders are as common as kindling on Monarch, so the approach will be perilous. Well, you're Akande's blunt instrument, aren't you? I'm sure you can manage. However, there is a mercenary of some fame in town, Nyoka. She frequents the yacht club. Law, how I hate that name. Anyway, she might be useful if you can overcome her proclivities. She's rather fond of drink. Good luck.
I want to check out that apartment, so there's a dead body.
Whatever you do, don't mention Tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
If you got him stuck in an hour-long roundabout motion problem.
You startled me.
Not much I can do for this guy.
Body bag dispenser empty. Please replace sack reel before disposing of any corpses.
The chop. Oh, the. Oh.
Here we go. Hopefully. Might take me a little bit less time.
Specialist.
Anyone else? Try something stronger.
Activated.
Just like that.
Oh yeah.
Bam! Putting trash in its rightful place for more than 70 years. This unit's middle name. Good news, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Run! Run! We're almost there.
Industrial stain. Corpse detected.
Not bad, huh? Watch yourself! You're hurt! Behind you, Captain!
Here we go. Double peak.
Not realize this, being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means
Not bad, huh? Someone else will clean this up, right?
Okay.
you out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me. I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? You're talking to him. By the hand of fate, the Marauders may have other plans, and since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I have need of you. As my newest contractor, you may call me the Broker. You're here, and you're on. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back. Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs. Already, they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they take down the broadcasting... Aside from the bits I'll be paying, I trade in secrets.
Performance evaluation is sterling.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
Here we go.
Issuing sanitation ticket. Object is tuned to be specialist.
Just like that.
Huh?
You're on us. How about that?
Identified. Dropped object is an organic in rest mode.
Stay away!
Toxin neutralized. Sanitation and maintenance job fulfilled.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You'll hurry on it.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, this ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But allow me to pose my question in... That is the primary goal behind locking myself high. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to... I knew it was only a matter of time before...
Careful. I know that line. I use it all the time.
SAM units never need longer than necessary to complete the job. Quick, quiet, and efficient, SAM sees it done.
I take offense to that. Just, it... I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission, but MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar... Exactly what I was thinking. Which of course has inadvertently affected the... Amber Heights is one of the only surviving... Graham Bryant and the Iconoclasts there got their hands on a working relay station. My former partner, Son... Don't let him try to fool you. While his messages might seem like gibberish, they are in reality coded business orders to off-world companies. I understand why he needs the bandwidth, but we had a deal and he's broadcast... Graham and his Iconoclasts believe anarchy is the way of life. Sanjar... No, they're jamming the... The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop transmitting. You do that, I'll be here. Luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of patience. Allow me to assure you that I know absolutely They must know I never involved myself. In fact, you're doing me a favor by helping me disable any alleged such broadcasts, if they exist. You could do me another favor by mentioning my lord.
If it's dirty, it's a job for Sam.
You've got a real creative definition of...
I'm not sure whether to be touched or insulted by that. Look, you never met a man more willing to work with the board. Sophia does? What sort of an amount are we intimating here? Never mind. The details are of no matter for now. I'm happy to help the board in any way I can. The station routes all communications across Monarch, since the company towns were abandoned. But we've already been over that. Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need to pay me. Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me anything you'd like. I'll even offer it for free. We'll call it an exchange for your help. Ask me. There are so many members. If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grow. Exactly. But you didn't... If you try to... MSI's... They are a curious lot. Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next set. Not in his life. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him. I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra One. Once the other corporations had the execs had their concerns. Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him. I would assume it stems from the friends and family. You mean between I offer... Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play Revolution in hushed. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil. Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray. Luckily for you. Not much, admitted. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical... As far as what's between us, I do know this. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are for the greater good, are in fact treasonous and for self-gain. I am not convinced as to the validity of these. What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for it. Now, if you want... How low you... Sure. You know...
So I gotta deal with these two groups. You can both be admired and feared by the same fashion. They're not mutually exclusive.
Velma's capable of running the warehouse. She can certainly pick up her own.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell. I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you? Maybe we're not so isolated as... So. Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him. I'd really like to help. I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his they're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with...
Velma seen out of sorts too?
It's always prank. I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Uh-huh.
Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball game?
Look, my back aches and everything.
Who the fuck are you?
Hey, what are you doing? Berta already pissed by those crates to... Listen, that purple-toothed twerp and not that it's any of your... Oh yeah? What are you saying exactly? Wow. Most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon as you look at them funny. Fine, we're going. This ain't worth it.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Well, new business turns up at last.
Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based...
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse?
You've often posed these very...
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting. Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review?
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Oh. I suppose that means you aren't here for the Saltoon. Now, there's no need to humor me. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom. Surviving alone isn't as easy as it looked. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books... Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms.
Ingenious plan? Don't get me wrong, I'm starting to...
What a charmingly roguish turn of phrase. Allow me to express my thanks.
And if our advertising scheme had...
Well, you don't have to rub it in.
I think he means to warn you about working against the board.
What a notion. We want to rejoin the board, to our betterment and theirs. And my plan involves a two-pronged approach, the first part of which is seeing Stellar Bay.
And a Mantisaur problem, and a Marauder.
Many, many problems. But if you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting with the Bolt 52, we won't need to advertise anymore. we can stop our transmissions altogether.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
In the old arms building south. Do be careful. I've lost... Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arm.
Rising. Concentrated amount of scum present ahead.
Am I the only one getting hungry?
One order of
There we go.
chicken fan coming up.
Anyone else?
That's the last of them.
Take your best shot, asshole. Nailed him, Captain! Not bad, huh?
Dirt alert! Dirt alert!
Just like that.
This area has been sanitized.
They're on us. Get it up! Get it up!
Counting. 126 messes. 127 messes. 128 messes. 129.
Think they left anything good behind?
I'm gonna talk to the other people.
Sanitization incoming.
Let's check out the other group.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the Iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please, take a pen. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophy... Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep... I'm so sorry. It's a habit, I suppose. Ever since the corporations left, it's been hard to come by. Freedom! This is the... No corporations, no shackles, no problem. Oh, those are just hurdles. You're welcome to stay with us. Oh, sure. Graham... You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more... Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, I'm glad you're asking. Well, she's been with us since the beginning. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets... She's liable to take your head off. Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. The new boy! Yes, he's... Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Disarray level analysis. Utter and total chaos.
A mantle.
Yeah. We felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Vanoys are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... let's talk. A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've... Shed the trappings of a...
Also, we're broke.
Yes. If we were meant to enjoy...
Damn right we can't. We're being eaten alive out here. We can't be throwing bits at...
Zol... I apologize. My second in command... Now. Stop. No. Spreading the truth is the only way to combat the board's poisonous chem... I realize the board has blockaded our efforts, but... surely...
Graham, we should be focusing on survival anyway. Food, ammo, and medicine. Maybe now's the time to pivot.
Pivot, huh? If radio isn't working, we might try another way. It seems the captain's timing is more than just I've had my sights on an old printing press for some time. The board uses magazines and advertisements to settle...
Wait, that's not what I meant.
Help me clear out and repair the press, and I will have no need for that rust bucket of a radio tower.
Might actually have better reach. People read that stuff all over the system.
You see, citizens of Halcyon are glued. Even I find myself... My literary prowess will hook them, and the... Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it. Speaking of which...
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. Wait, where is Huxley?
It seems we're out a runner. One of our sympathizers. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly. She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the lab. We can use them to copy and modify radio...
Unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying... Graham, if you need me...
So like this guy kind of sucks as a leader.
middle name.
That was fun.
Excuse me, but this area's off. That's my nice way of telling. We're fixing a leaky jet. Right. Carlotta. Yeah, she's... You'd have to ask the boss. And I'm just gonna let you walk on in? Oh, of all the void damned. I ain't getting...
Yeah.
Too quiet. Hello? Relax. I've been cooped up in here for almost 2 days. Who are you? Oh, finally! Tell Graham that this is the last. Sanjar's declared a stop sale to you lot, but even if he hadn't...
I don't know how you got those goons to leave, but thank you. Graham ordered rollers and whatsits, right? For a printing... Like I said, this is my last run. Law help them. I don't know. I should go. Look, Graham's got a bit or two. What do you want delivered? I always took that woman for the sensible type. Good on her. I'll send some along. Give them all my regards. And... good...
Yeah, it seems like they needed food more than anything else. Miracle on the frontier, deserters forced to return by heroic strangers. The salvation.
Ah, crazy town. Never change.
Sam, making blood-stained clean again.
I'm telling you, the Van Noys are fine.
Bullshit, Graham. They don't just abandon orders, and they weren't at the ruins. Where in this sulfur-sodden hellhole did you send them?
They're on a very important... Ah, we'll continue this later. Welcome back, Captain.
Thank the Eternal that someone's got some sense in their head. Carlotta usually schedules the next drop during the meeting. When's she coming?
That is most unfortunate. This cuts off one of our only 2 supply lines on Monarch. Sanjar, old friend, you're about to cross a dangerous...
About to? That idiot just declared war.
We will deal with his subversion later. For now, we must redouble our efforts to spread the truth to... I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press. One of our best. Meet them there.
You sent the Van Noys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins. Our people died out there.
They went willing to fight for our cause. We need reinforcements. We need new recruits. The Van Noys saw the printing facility with the same importance.
You're lucky they don't have airlocks on Monarch, or someone would have helped you into one by now.
I have the utmost confidence in their abilities. Friends, we must have faith that the men and women we recruit can handle the duty.
Yes! You're damn right he could have. But he's so obsessed with preaching. Look, just... If the Van Noys are still alive, get them out of there.
cycle set to Industrial Stain.
Anyone else?
Level 20.
One order of spick and span coming up.
How about that?
Unit pollutant purified. Sanitization incoming.
Anyone else? Bullseye. Set. Broken. I'm hurt. That does it. Time for a drink?
There we go.
Object is tuned to be speckless. Customer, to your right. Sentry mode activated. Scoured with prejudice. Don't forget to wash your wounds. coming up.
How about that?
Cycle step 2, Industrial Stain.
That was fun.
useless. Resuming passive mode.
That was a hell of a soiree. Would that we could. We ain't leaving our men behind. Our medic has got our trauma kit, but we got separated.
My professional medical advice is to get out of here as soon as possible.
How many years of medical school went into that word of wisdom? Sorry. Oh, fuck. Well, that's better than nothing. Thanks. We'll head out as...
At least I was able to save the people, though.
If you'll just listen...
No! No more listening. No more preaching.
Enough, Zora. I'm not putting the torch to innocent people. Do you want to bring the board's cruisers and gunships down? Captain, apologies, but our situation grows dire. Our people... Excellent.
Did you find the Vanois? Thank the Eternal.
We're one step closer to bringing the truth to every man, woman, and child in Halcyon. For now, you can tell Hiram that I'll stop using Devil's Peak. From the pits of our eternal souls. Thank you, Captain. I have much to do. Articles to write, sermons to ponder. We live in such an exciting...
Hey, I need to see to the wounded, but drop by the clinic when you can. I want a word. Hey.
Yeah, I got on the good side.
What? Sorry. Long day.
Carry on.
Hey, Captain. I need your help. You know about what happened here, right? The history of Amber Heights?
Famous pirate raid, right? A little messy for my tastes, but those guys were in and out like pros.
Right. Common belief is that the pirates fled to an old relay station that had already... The station's locked up, but one of my people found an old data cartridge in a nearby rap nest. It's mostly corrupted, but I pulled a couple codes off of it. One is the code to the Amber Heights gate. I don't recognize the other, but it's similar. Graham isn't fond of talking about the history here. Yet, you know him. Live and let live and all that. I don't want to... Right. The access codes to Amber Heights. What gets me is... if this belonged to the pirates, that means they knew someone there. If someone gave them the gate code, all those deaths, Captain. I know it's a long shot, but if we miss something there, if you can get into that station... Just a warning. The area's infested with mantisaurs. I'd send some help, but... Appreciate it. Here's the code. If it works, bring back anything you find. Supplies are best, but information's good too. If someone was behind the Amber Heights massacre, it'd give a lot of people around here some closure to find out who and string them up. Good luck. Watch out for the Taros.
Wish there was a way to get into that door. Or is it just gotta buy more parts so I could break in?
Sanitization incoming! Sanitation and...
Maybe I can switch.
Maintenance job fulfilled.
Watch your step on Monarch. It's not just... I admire your grit, but some wounds don't heal. Ginger Chops and the Pencil Pusher. By all accounts, Sanjar and Graham have been at each other's throats for years. Digging into their personal history isn't gonna change anything. Honestly, stay out of it. We've got our own problems to deal with. I I try to save my captain a headache when I can. Usually ends up saving me one too. Stubborn redhead and a rule-bound old fart having a falling out? Can't imagine where you got that. Sorry, this is still Anything else? Okay, see you around.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end it right now. I'll just continue this later. Cause I'm gonna have to get more of those pick you. Cause if there's 2 on the way, but I gotta get a key or something.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Let's see.
Young Millstone, you look pensive.
I don't know what that means, but I've been thinking. It ain't easy carrying a torch for the Rangers.
I understand. The Rangers' victories are your victories. Their defeats are likewise crushing.
You serious? Wow, Max. Never expected you to understand.
This may come as a surprise to you, Felix, but I understand what it is to be a fan.
That's so. You know something? Maybe I was wrong about you.
To be a fan is to cultivate a mental disorder. You're living vicariously through a tossball team.
Nah, I was right the first time. You're a git, Max. Hey, boss. Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then, one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
On standby for command.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? What's that? Define favorite. I see. In that case, my favorite is Sam. And I'm sure I rank as your favorite autonomous digital... Was that all you wanted to ask me? You seem hesitant to discuss what's actually... How did he die? I told him not to go because of his head injury. I knew that likely... But I never thought... I need a moment to process this. Thank you for confiding in me, Captain. I have been keeping a secret as well, but you shall have to discern it yourself. I do not like joking about the Captain, Captain. What? No. Absolute discounting the architecture of... I never get bored and contemplate... How did you guess, Captain? Did Sam tell you? I should have known better than to confide in such a primitive construct.
Well, everyone, I think that's it for now. Well, I thank you all for watching. Subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.